minute.
Hey guys, I'm standing here with Anthony. He's a veteran from what branch?
Army.
We're both Army. Cool.
Who?
And Anthony is a veteran who has been coming to our seminar since January. What have you learned so far, Anthony?
I learned a lot about how mortgage, how to get a loan, how to look out for different things like fraud. Like sometimes when you're looking for a house or you looking for rent, it's always to make sure your security as well. So it's little things you can look out for to secure yourself as a renter or homeowner. Also learn about buying a house, how you can get a loan from the military that you don't have to pay back.
You don't have to pay it back.
If you use the HUD badge, the HUD, through the
Oh my God, I miss Anthony. I miss him. We showed him a condo downtown Chicago with his HUD voucher, and he has such specifics. And another agent, I said, listen, I will coach you through how this works, the process for using a HUD voucher. Thanks for those hearts. And he trusts me, another agent. I taught the class, and I did a master class and an intensive on it about maybe 4 years ago when I was coming out of COVID, but I was still, like woozy doozy, like I am just wanting to stay consistent and persistent and stay in the community that need our services as realtors, to teach other realtors how to work effectively with homeless veterans. I mean, a realtor can work with the veteran with using their VA loan. That's easy, that's simple all day long. But when you have a homeless veteran who has benefits that you're not accustomed to, then quite naturally you're just going to walk away from it because you don't know what to do with that. Well, that's my specialty. I've been housing homeless veterans for over 22 years, veterans who have various types of funding sources that pay their rent. And sometimes they don't have a funding source to pay their rent. And that's where I come in as an advocate to go ahead and find the resources that I know that are in the community to pay their rent. And as a realtor, I procure a commission and get paid for housing a homeless veteran. I've done that over 22 years, and I've housed over 5,000 homeless veterans at the VA. I was tucked inside the VA all of those years inside the VA. And I'm just now coming public to share what I've been doing all these years because it's needed. We have, everybody keeps saying we shouldn't have homeless veterans, but hardly, and I know this because I am a realtor. And well, let me play that video for you. Don't just hear it from me, hear it from realtors. Why don't you? And I didn't stage this. They were just walking up. I'm like, hey, I have a question for you. I need you to answer. It's not a trick question. You're a realtor.
A lot of
Or is it,
realtors are
here it is.
walking this way, and I'm just going to ask if they know how to house homeless veterans. Do you know how to house homeless veterans?
No,
no.
Okay.
I sadly do not.
I do not, but I would love to learn.
I do not. I do not, but I would like to know how. The answer to that is no.
No. Do you know how to house homeless veterans?
I do not.
I do not.
Do you know how to house a homeless veteran?
He's a veteran and he would be
Come
homeless
here.
if I did not house.
Okay. We're here at the Capitol, Illinois State Capitol. This is the lobby day for realtors. And I did make an announcement on the bus about my 3-hour course that I wrote to teach realtors how to work effectively with a homeless veteran. Just because the veteran is homeless doesn't mean they don't have resources to use to get housed or to get anything else they need, because they do. But how do you get to those resources to help that homeless veteran get housed? I've got the class, and it'll be out soon.
So I'm back. And I keep saying the class will be out soon. The book is already out. I wrote the class along with the book, and I had the class licensed by the Illinois, is the book right here, by the Illinois Department of IDFPR. And I guess it wasn't a good timing wise, to, where's the book for y'all to see it over here on YouTube and stuff? For it wasn't good timing for me to teach the class at the board level. So I'm like, you know what? Buy the book and join my private group, and that's where you learn more. Stop leaving money on the table because you don't know how to house a homeless veteran. I've generated, like my coach said, in the millions. And I just house homeless veterans, from homeless through their transition, to rentals, to home ownership, and becoming investors. And that's what I teach you how to do, especially if you are an investor. Now, I didn't even get any water. And I feel my first tingle, getting my throat getting dry. So I have a master class coming up the beginning of next month. And if you want to take part in that, it's full price now. I'll send you the invite for that. I wrote, and I'm going to tell you why all of this is so important to you as an entrepreneur. Oh, you know what? My microphone is not plugged up. One moment. My apologies. I thought I was talking into my microphone. So, mercy. Mercy. Oh, you know what? Let me play another video. I think I have this video, and this will be the prelude. Shucks, I don't know if I have it on here. I do have some videos. Here's one. This is I used AI to. Hey, we hear you. Okay, good. I'm on two different devices though. See that? See, I'm over here too. So this is one of my investors, and his letter is in one of my books. And so what I had AI do is pick a gentleman who resembles Michael, and reading his own letter. So this is Michael, from Michael Realty, back in I forgot, 2012 or 2015. I can't hold the phone in my hand like this. So one moment. Okay. Oh, that works real good, doesn't it, Bert?
I wrote this letter for Yvette Jones, February 18th, 2015, to whom it may concern. Over the years, I have come to know real estate broker and leasing expert Yvette Jones of Real People Realty, located in Frankfort, Illinois. During my 30 years in real estate, I have owned banks, mortgage companies, and I have lectured judges in the Chancery Division in both Lake and Cook County regarding receivership, and as a receiver of over 100 different properties. Our firm has managed over 4,000 rental units across Chicago and in the nearby suburbs. As an example of our clientele, Michael Realty represents New Midwest Rentals, a partner and major shareholder that consists of Gerald Forsyth, a multi-billionaire who owns companies across the globe, inclusive of Indec Power Worldwide, American, Enterprise Bank, and Blue Harbor Resorts, just to name a few. Whenever we are in need of a specialist for rental units, whether it is residential or commercial, we turn to Yvette Jones. Her expertise with Section 8/CHA/Department of HUD shares no equal. I highly recommend Ms. Jones now and in the future, as she has been dependable in the past. Should you have any questions, please contact me directly. Sincerely, George Michael Broker /owner Michael Realty and Associates, Inc. Yvette, you're still the best. Keep up the amazing work you're doing in the homeless veterans community.
I added that at the end. So let me see. Let me flip the camera. All right, so this is the letter right here. The power of AI, I was able to put this letter to a person. Actually reading the letter. And I did that with a few flip camera, okay, with letters. So my program teaches operators, investors, realtors, and those who say they want to do veterans housing. I'm like, okay, whatever that means in your head, this is what it really is when you want to do veterans housing. Because veterans housing can be tied to various financial sources. You have to have a financial source in order to house somebody. And veterans have opportunities of being approved for those financial sources. And that's what I teach people how to tap into to house homeless veterans anywhere in the United States of America, because it's federal money, it's state money, it's county, and it's all of these benefits that a veteran could get. Now, as a realtor, and I am a realtor, I've been a realtor since 1996, housing homeless veterans since about, I want to say 2006, 2004, something like that. That's what I'm like 22 plus years, because I wasn't actively housing homeless veterans until 2007. I might have had some trickle in and really didn't know what I'm doing now, put it that way. So the revenue that's used, that a lot of realtors, and that's why I wrote this book and that's why I wrote this class, because a lot of realtors aren't using these sources of income or sources of revenue to house homeless veterans. You have a homeless veteran with a HUD-VASH voucher looking high and low everywhere for some place to live just to get turned down. Why? When it's a federal benefit. It's a federal benefit. So everything happens for a reason. And I was really, really taken back when I was no longer at the VA or at the vet centers, because it had been since 2013 at one vet center, over 200 workshops at one vet center. And then we went around, I took my team all around to go to all the vet centers. And at the VA, Let me show y'all the picture. Hold on. Where's the book? I mean, it was phenomenal because I'm like, the veterans are learning. They are learning. They learning. Here, let me show y'all a better picture over here. But these are the pictures. And they were coming and they were learning and being they were being transitioned from homeless through transitional housing if they had to go, and also to home ownership. And everybody would come. And then all of a sudden, after this new administration hit the office, they're like, these services like this gotta go. Hold on. Would you like a partnership with the PMA Bank and Trust with its own asset backed currency? What's PMA? I don't know what that is. PMA. I know what I do, but I don't know what you're referring to. Um, so I'll continue what I was saying. Um, so, anywho, things happen for a reason, and I had to leave the VA. And then I took this phenomenal class with the VA because the VA has so many um, offices. The office of this, the department of this. So it has so many departments, and so I took this training with the department, with the VA Ostabu office, and it was life changing. So that's why I'm here publicly telling everybody in the sound of my voice or who can see my face what I've been doing and welcoming you in to do the same thing nationwide. Is no reason. When y'all learn the ropes, you're gonna be like, "Ah, that's it, Yvette." Yeah. When you learn the ropes though, I was on the rope a lot of times getting knocked this way and that way, and so now I'm off the ropes and I'm coaching. So y'all don't get on the ropes. So you can go to my over here on TikTok. You can go to my bio, and I've got a link where you can go and read the titles of my publications. And once you get the book, take a picture holding the book and send it to me so you can be part of the tribe. If you are a realtor, you already know it's for realtors. If you are a social worker, case manager, you already know because it's on the front of the book. And these two books together, let me tell you, and there's one more too. But these two books together, if a realtor learns how to work with a social worker who works in not just HUD VASH, because we have you know uh, various organizations that have received this funding who also can pay the rent, and that's part of their funding to pay the rent for these veterans. So it's a lot of organizations that have the funding that if you are connected to various organizations as a realtor, then now you're receiving all of your clients. This is your whole client base right here, your whole client base. But you have to know where these social workers are and what organizations they are connected to and what type of veterans they actually get into their organizations to service. Yeah. And then y'all thought it was over. No. just one side. Because once you create your list of all of these homeless veterans who want studios and 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, and somebody needed a 7 bedroom. I housed 2 families in 2 7 bedrooms. Yes, I did. And that's exactly what was on their voucher, exactly what they needed. And those 7 bedrooms came right up. 5 bedrooms. So you have to know where they're going. And you have to know who's paying the rent. So where are they going? Realtor. Where are they going? That's the other side of the coin. So I had and still do have both sides of the coin. And there's no other realtor to stand between me and 100% commission. Yes, that's for the realtor. Now, if you are an investor, oh, no, let's back up. If you are, where's my card? Because I'm waiting for my new books to come in. Somebody bought my last one. So if you are in, let's say Yvette, that's what y'all be saying. Yvette. I don't say y'all sound like this, but to me, this what it sounds like. Um, okay, so this book right here, A Guide to Veteran Shared Living Models. And this is for veterans in veterans transitional housing, shared living models. And there are several models in that book that help you transform whatever it is you're doing right now. I'm not knocking it, but if you want to really work inside the veterans community and tap into the veterans resources, then that's the book you got to learn from. And once you get that book, you show me, take a big old picture, smiling, holding the book, and send that to me, and then I'll put you in my private group. And that's where you learn more, because we're this is a movement. We have to move the everybody keeps saying that we should not have homeless veterans. And then what comes after that? What is the government doing about it? Oh, I'll show you what the government has already done about it. And those of you who want to help, or saying that you think you might want to help, or whatever the case may be, um, but don't know how to help, then that's where you have to learn. Go get some education. Go to my bio and buy some books so you can start learning. And once you do, the second step is to take a picture, send it to me, and I will put you in my private group. And that's where I offer workshops. I offer intense training. I offer more, because this is not a casual conversation. It's not where you're going to go to an academy and learn everything I do like in one book. This is a whole new re-education, because otherwise you wouldn't say we shouldn't have homeless veterans. You already know what to do. Great show. This mission for veterans really matters. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for that. So, um, oh, I'm not going to hold you very long. I think I said 45 minutes or 30 minutes. I think I said, oh, shoot. I have to go get a notary. Yeah, I got you. So today I spent the most part of my day renewing certifications. Oh, I'm so glad I got it done. And it saved me $1,700. I was working when I first submitted my application to become um, to become a government contractor. It's a lot of paperwork. It's so much, but it's thankfully it's electronic paperwork. Some of it had to be uploaded, printed out, and then because they need a wet signature. But it was a lot. It was. I thought I couldn't do it until I did it, and then I'm like, oh, this is gruesome. It takes forever, but then you get a hang of it. So this is my second year completing my certifications by myself. Don't ask me to teach you how to do it. I'll tell you where to go. And you just have to keep practicing yourself. Take your time and read. That's what you have to do in order to complete these certification renewals. In order to apply for your certification in the first place, you have to read to make sure you qualify for those certifications. So today I put in my application to recertify my WBE and WOSB with the Women's Business Development Center Midwest. And I like the the WBENC Women's Business Development Enterprise, the network they have of women. And it's in the title, women. So the business enterprise consists of all women business owners who have these two certifications with the organization. And a lot of opportunities. Oh my goodness, I love their events. It's a lot of opportunities for women in business. So I was asked to teach a class, and so I was writing this book to teach this class, Veterans from Boots to Business, for the WBENC. And I got to see her a couple of weeks ago at an event, and she said, I said, hey, you didn't respond to my email. Ow, 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 ow. I'm like, what do you have to say? You just don't get an email or two and don't respond and say anything. So she said, oh, well, what happened was, well, that's what you should have said. Then I could have thought about a solution, which I did. I'm like, okay, so the solution could be tell them, yeah, the class is free, but the material, you just have to pay for the book. That's it. So she's going to find out. There's always a solution to a problem. It just takes people to agree. That becomes the best solution. Okay, see, let me scroll up and see if we have some real people. Okay, I'm going to go from the bottom. So, Layla Film Law. What gaps still exist in veteran housing programs? Providers. That's basically it. Providers. Who do we have in the community providing housing to these homeless veterans? So that's okay. Wait, hold on. You just came in. I was going to go up to the next one. Hey, Mac, what advice would you give new advocates watching this live? Oh, thanks for that. To go to my bio and get some books and read to educate yourself. Yeah, that becomes the best advocate, and then you get a peg if you're not if your state isn't already there. And I invite you to my private group where you learn more and then get your boots on the ground. How can cities better collaborate with advocacy groups? Put on, I would do what I did in the past is a lot of workshops, a lot of workshops, a lot of housing. They were called how. Hold on, let me get the book because I have them in my book too. Veterans housing and home buying workshops. One moment, please. Okay, so this one I did in 2013, right here. And this is at the same vet center that I was at for 13 years. And this was the very last workshop. It was a meet and greet on this day to welcome everybody back. Um, but you have to bring yourself to the community and collaborate. That's what you have to do. That's how you work. Let me see, partnership. Oh my God. Okay, here it is. The question again. How can local communities better support these efforts? Uh, by working directly with the agencies that have the funding, putting on these workshops, not just, I've seen some good ones, I've seen some bad ones. You're coming just for the freebies, the free socks and the free sun visor. That's not a good workshop. A good workshop is you have your uh, your providers there where they can do intakes right there on the spot, amongst other things. What advice would you give a new advocate? Oh yeah, go to my work, get some books. What gaps? Okay, hold on. What would you give me the agenda action? Great show. This mission for veterans really matters. Okay, I'm going down now. Powerful topic. Thank you for educating the community. Oh, thank you. How can technology improve access to veteran housing? I teach you how to do that in the book. I have each book has step-by-step guides on how to use AI for locating, but you have to know what you're looking for in order to know what you want to locate. How does policy directly impact housing availability for veterans? Whose policy? Policies on the realtor level, they adversely affect positive change in housing for homeless veterans because their policy is, oh, we're going to do a credit check, background check, eviction check, landlord check. Where do you live? Now, we're going to come and see exactly where you live. Those are all denials even before the application, the ink dries, and the veteran has to pay for that. What's the biggest challenge homeless veterans face today? Not being approved for funding and not being approved for housing. And then when they are approved for funding for housing, the next challenge is working with somebody intelligent in the community to get them housed. Intelligent on the processes, put it that way. What role can real estate professionals play in this mission? Real estate professionals can go to my bio and get this book, A Blueprint, a path, what is it? The Veteran's Path to Home, navigating the journey from homelessness to home ownership. Learning. Are there policies that need urgent reform? Yeah, and the policy, one of them, I wrote a bill and I sent that to like 4 or 5 um, political figures. And it was to amend a bill that's already, it could be an amendment or it could be, I don't know what's next under an amendment, but it could be um, a standalone. And this would really This would really put a dent in veterans' homelessness if realtors knew. But they can know because I've got the book. All right, let me see. Are the policies? Okie dokie. I said that one. How can viewers support these housing initiatives? Go get my books and get educated, baby. Okay, we talked about yours. Thank y'all so much for being here. Uh, I am going to shut it down and I need a notary. I want to thank y'all. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It has been a long, drawn out week. I need a do over for the whole year. I need a complete do over. But you know what? I am looking forward to the future because I know you guys are here to stay. So, hey, David Brown. All right, so I'm about to jump off. Thank y'all for being here. If you have not liked and started and click the bell over here on YouTube, please do that and follow me. Thank y'all for watching on LinkedIn and Facebook. And thank y'all again for showing up as usual on TikTok. Think about some homeless veterans this weekend and what you could be learning to help them do. Oh, one more thing. I saw that 290 people purchased my book, but I don't have 290 people in my group. So that means I've got how many in the group now? 130 people in the group. So there's still 160 people out there who have purchased the book and didn't follow those instructions. So if you want to be in the private group and learn more, send me an email so I can invite you into the private group. All right, thank y'all for being here. Have a blessed week. Oh, it appears I didn't play my exit video. It's not letting me do. Oh, play out.
Across America, too many of our heroes return home only to face another battle, the fight for stable housing. Veterans are overrepresented in the homeless population, often caught in a system that is complex, slow, and full of barriers. At VetMentors, we're changing that narrative. For over 20 years, we've been boots on the ground, not just identifying the problem, but building real solutions. That's why we created the U.S. Military Veterans Educational and Resource Guide book series, a groundbreaking collection designed to educate, equip, and empower. These guidebooks are written not only for veterans, but also for the communities, organizations, and leaders who serve them. From step-by-step housing models to funding strategies, this series gives social workers, case managers, realtors, and first responders the tools they need to act with speed, dignity, and impact. VetMentors believes housing is not charity. It's a mission, a responsibility, and a pathway to restoring honor. Every guidebook in this series is a resource designed to make sure no veteran is left behind, and no community has to say, "We didn't know how to help." This is how we turn challenges into victories. I'm Yvette Jones Swanson, Army veteran, CEO of VetMentors LLC, and I invite you to join us in rewriting the story for America's veterans.